Oh, welcome back to Chaotic Exposure. What episode is this? I think it's 14. We're just gonna wing it.
13.
Okay. This
12.
is pretty much what our day has been like collectively, but welcome to the shit show. So let's get some shots going and catch up.
Oh man. First of all though, Dragon, why is it's not fair. Both of my co-hosts are just better than me. Whiskey, obviously, badass community manager, changing the game. Dragon is so cool.
He is.
What?
And now he just pulls up his daughter and is like freaking cooler than he is.
Obviously.
It's the worst. We don't number our episodes on Spotify. Oh, we're doing shots?
Oh, is it too late for that?
I'm sorry. I already... Neil just went for it. I'm like, okay, we didn't even take our shot yet, so I'm just gonna go. Chug.
Oh,
I'm trying mine with apple juice. This is the first time. Am I supposed to sip it or like chug it?
Well, not if it's like a drink. It's not a shot. So take a sip of it and see what you think.
Oh my god.
For those that don't know, Fireball and apple juice is like my go-to drink.
What?
Do you like it or not really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it? He's chugging it like, mm-hmm. Oh my god, he's just downing it. It's good, right? It's a little sweet, but
that's really good.
Yeah, see? People talk shit about my stuff that I like, but don't knock it until you try. Neil's dancing.
I had to take my shots in thirds because I...
Dang, that was really good.
This week has been... I'm excited to talk to you guys this week. We have so much to discuss. Whatever episode this is.
We do? I have nothing.
Well, you do, sir. And can we start with you? You did the most legendary thing that has ever happened to NFTs ever before.
What?
Yeah.
While you were working one night. I'm talking like... There's not words. There's not words.
Yeah.
For what you did.
I was dying laughing the whole time. It's just like legend status is what he is.
Dragon is what legends are made of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do, Dragon?
Tell what happened.
Right, so... Well, everyone knows that, like, I hate on Baz. But I do like Baz, okay? But I do hate on it a lot and make fun of him. And so I ended up counting how many Baz I have. And it ended up being like 50 or something like that.
Oh my god. So many.
And so I was trying to figure out like what to do with them. And I ended up making a new wallet. And I named it Baz Alcatraz. So it's like a Baz Prison. And then I made it on the description. I put that it was founded by the team villains. And then we just keep Baz locked up in there.
Oh my. And so just okay. So what the technical side of what he did is he created a new wallet, a cryptocurrency wallet.
Yeah.
He sent every Misfit NFT character that he had. So there's 5 of them so far, and one of them's Baz. All the Baz he had in his wallets, which was 50, took the time to send each one to that new wallet. Now, here's the thing about that. Here's what's significant for those that don't know.
I didn't want to say anything about that part, but it cost me like $1 each to move.
And then he wanted the ENS.
This dude spent over $50 because it was probably like $1.28 each time.
Yeah.
He probably spent more like $70 moving all of these Baz from his wallets to this new wallet. And then Ethereum has this thing called an ENS, which is like a name you can register on the blockchain for your wallet. And so you can actually like send somebody, I won't say what mine is because it's rude. Like, so Whiskey's is oxmisfit.eth. And so I can send her money or NFTs or whatever by just typing that in and sending it to her. I think Whiskey, technically, you bought him the.
Yeah, so
Could be
whiskey
wrong.
is part of it.
But
So if I
Yeah.
get in trouble,
I mean,
there's a paper trail.
yeah, there was a paper trail because I got called out on it by somebody. Was it you, Neil, that called me out, or was it Bearded, or somebody called me out on it?
Snow, I think.
Snow. So Dragon,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Snow.
watching him go through, and he's like adding in all his different wallets, and I go to his OpenSea, and like the dedication to this Baz
takes
Prison.
time.
Yes, like he has a background on it, and then he has a bio with the wallet, like what its purpose is. And then he wanted the ENS, and I'm like, dude probably spent like $100 to do this. Like, just buy him the ENS and send it to him. Like, he needs to have it. But here's the funny part. So in every NFT project, you can go to their contract, like you can see the holders, like who are the top holders, how many they hold. Dragon freaking, he has so many different wallets, but the Baz wallet, the Baz Prison, is literally a top holder. He has so many.
He's number 8. He's
Yes.
number 8.
I died. I'm gonna be so mad if he passes me, and just like because it's all Baz, like that's what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh.
It's rude. It's amazing. And Baz
Yeah.
got dumped on. We talked about this last episode. But the first stage of reveals, Baz left a lot wanting. And it wasn't until
Yeah.
we got to him in the manga that he started growing on a lot of us.
Mhm.
It's funny you say growing.
And-
He's like 2 feet tall.
And so it took a long time to appreciate Baz, because again, he's the most cartoonish character in a lot of ways, until we learned how Dex really is the most awful, and this reveal proves.
Jesus. Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna get to you in a second, Whiskey. So you just calm down with the Jesuses over there, because I have a bone to pick with you.
Wow.
Whoa.
But I'm gonna close my door. It's just amazing. Like, it really is one of the most incredible things to happen organically to an NFT project, for a holder to have 50 Bazes, and have. I honestly think we should start a campaign where those in the community that desire send their worst Bazes to his.
At
Yeah, I
least they
think
wouldn't
that's
end up
good
on the
option.
floor.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Chris offered. He said he's gonna send some Baz in there.
I still need to buy ETH to do that. But
I
like,
have-
it's amazing.
A Baz in
I
my
hope
hidden
it's-
folder. I'll send it tonight.
I think we should make the Baz Alcatraz the #1 Misfit holder.
That would be the most hilarious thing. And I could see, like, could you see Snow and King how annoyed? Actually, King would probably love it, but they would be so annoyed that, like, a prison for Baz is top holder.
It's amazing. I love
Yeah,
it.
that'd be.
Well done. Now let's get to Whiskey, because Whiskey talks a lot of shit.
Duh.
A lot of shit. And she always talks about how Dex is everything in the Misfits and how great
Yeah.
he is.
He's the best.
What does Whiskey do this week? She leaves Team Dex and joins
For,
Team
like,
Villains.
24
I don't-
hours, Nancy.
I don't
just
care.
Like, okay.
I don't.
So, can I respond to your hard ass
There's nothing to
accusations here?
respond to, honestly.
Oh,
There's the
okay,
bus.
so-
You're underneath it.
No, you rolled over a couple times. So there's a community member named Maori, and he is like our resident villain. To give him all props, literally swear the villains are because of him. Like, he, from day one, I checked last night, and
Mhm.
he and I joined the Misfits Discord on the same exact day, which was
Wow.
January 30th. And it's
Wow.
kind of like, I don't know. He and I went down like memory lane the other day, and he was sharing like all these old pictures that we used to share in like the Misfits chat on Twitter, and it was just like all these feels come back of like the early days. So I have a little soft spot for Maori because he's just so honoring evil. But he comes in like every day and he pings me, and it's just my name, and so I just say his name back, and then he'll be like, "Is today the day?" Because he wants me on Team Villains. Poor guy literally has been asking me almost every day for months. And every day I'm like, maybe tomorrow, or Dex has my heart. Like, just really trying to be like, not break his heart. And then he says, but tomorrow is my birthday. I'm like, oh, like I felt a little bit like I needed to make him happy. So I told him, like, okay, for your birthday tomorrow, I will join Team Villains, but I'm going to go back to Team Dex. And he's like, promise? And like my heart melted. I'm like, oh, that's all he wants. So yes, I did join Team Villains for one day because of Maori, and I will gladly take a hit from the team.
You don't even like that.
I don't
She
think
just
anything
tipped
I
her
say
toe
is...
into Team Villains, and it's gonna happen. Just
Dragon
watch.
joined Team Villains too. Like,
Yeah, I joined Team Villains.
Yeah,
He's
Dragon
not-
just said, "Screw Izzy."
Yeah, he did.
Izzy
Threw
is
her
boring.
away.
But I
Yeah.
will say, and this is a good segue. This is a really good segue into my next thing I have to, and that is how I might be forced to villains as well, because our new queen of the Misfit manga won the Misfits villain contest.
My God.
And her name is Raven, and Whiskey is the creator of villain of Raven.
She
And
is
congratulations,
a hot piece of ass.
Whiskey.
Thank you.
So
Yeah. I just have to say that, like, that competition stressed me the hell out on multiple levels, because not only was I like trying to run it and manage it and take all the submissions and like get stuff loaded in and like monitor double voting and is that person a holder? Can they see that? You know, all this like stupid stuff that comes with it. But also I submitted one that I was a little unsure if I even should, because I'm just not a competitive person. And then being being on the team, community manager, and a holder, like I just didn't want there to be that like, oh, favoritism, or oh, it was rigged, or like stupid stuff that people will say.
Yeah, me and Neil had to beg her to.
I showed it to
Raven.
I only showed it to Neil and Dragon to get their input, and then I sent it to Alex to get his input because they can't vote anyway, so it really doesn't matter if what they think. But there was like really good positive feedback. So I'm like, you know what? At least at the end of the day, I can know that I tried, and if I failed, at least I tried. But like, holy shit, the community like came through. Like the amount of votes.
You had 32 votes, which felt weird.
It did feel weird. I was kind of hoping to be like 31.
I almost unvoted for you and voted for Baz's twin just to like ruin it.
I voted for Baz's twin.
That
just
one
for the record.
Won.
That was pretty good. But anyways, yeah. So that was. I'm glad it's done. I appreciate everyone that voted.
Hold on. I'm not. I have something to say.
Okay.
What is Whiskey? So this competition had one Ethereum attached to it, which was probably part of the problem. That's just my observation. I didn't enter. I'm not a creative person. But what does Whiskey do?
You didn't see my drawing?
Dragon's
what does Whiskey do? She gets an Ethereum for winning this. What does she do? Freaking legendary shit. She goes and takes all the Baz right off the floor. She literally just dumps it all back into Misfits. Not because she had to. Not because she was told to. But because she is a holder and a part of this community. And it was never... She said this to me, I don't know, 30 times at least. And this is only in like a 4-day span of time. Maybe a week. She wanted to see the best character in the manga with whatever the community thought. That's all it was about to her. And Raven, I mean, come on, she can tie me up in her basement. That's fine. Let's go. But like, it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about any of that. It was about what's best for the man. And when I saw Raven, listen, Dragon entered, a lot of people entered that I know. There was a lot of good submissions, a lot of great submissions. And that would be fun to see in the story, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a gut thing. Raven needed to be a yin to the yang to the villain, to the Misfits. And what does Whiskey do? She buys Misfits. It was awesome. And she probably did a couple other things too, but like I went and actually looked at your address, and I was like, I wonder how much ETH she has. I won't say what you had, but I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, it's gone.
I dropped some money on some Misfits. I did pull some money and tried to like put money back into like my bank account that I have completely drained because of giveaways. So I did pull some money and like try to put money back into my pocket. However, not that much. And then I did buy a tattoo and custom Vans with it. So I did like
Ooh.
treat
You
myself
know what
a
though?
bit.
You have done nothing week after week, month after month. Give. You're giving Discord Nitro subscriptions, Crunchyroll, NFT. I mean, everything but the kitchen sink to this community. Not because you have to, not because it's in the job description, but because you love this community. That's why you took this role. It was to support Tom and Alex, sure, but
Yep.
I don't do that. I haven't done that. I can't do that.
Whatever.
I'm waiting
So
for her to give away her shirt.
get the shirt off my back. I would, but moving on. Um, no, when we're talking about this, like it makes me really uncomfortable to hear stuff. But yes, it was not about the money. I could see that it was about the money for a lot of people, and that's fair. I mean, an ETH is a lot of money, so no judgment. However, I feel like it did kind of get in the way of what people would feel was best for the project overall. I think there were several that I would love to see somehow incorporated in the future if possible. But no, it was not about the money. I got so excited of the idea of being to create and be a part of more than just managing a community. And like, there's just something that's so fulfilling and exciting about being able to contribute to a storyline. And not for like the attention or praise of it, but just like going back and forth with Alex to create this character and seeing like showing him my ideas of what I would love to see with her character, like all this stuff, and then him come back with like she's in development and let's see what you think about this. And oh my gosh, like that's way more than the ETH. Like that's what excites me. I think that sometimes motives get distorted of what people think, and
Yeah.
I'm not a good liar. So when I say that like everything I do is literally for the project and community, I just don't know if people believe that, but I hope that like I continue to show that. So.
I think as we kind of get to the end of our section, which we haven't even talked about the radio channel or a lot of other things happened this week. And I'm excited for our guests and I want to give her the time that she deserved, but like Dragon and Whiskey.
Wait, hold on. Once Raven comes out, I'm sure she's gonna be amazing and all that. But I think Neil's not allowed to switch teams because
so
Chris
much
Vaughn
shit
just
about...
gave him the 101.
That's true.
That's true.
Chris Vaughn, yeah.
And he can't leave Trip.
No.
No,
He's
that's
stuck.
a good point. Raven is amazing, and I hope to hold a lot of her specialists.
You hope to hold her.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from this, just to like keep things going. Okay.
I have something to say. I was in the middle of saying it.
I'm sorry.
Dragon and Whiskey are some of the two best people in base, and I don't know how it happened that I got this lucky, because like sure, I bring value. Sure, there's things about me that are good, but like genuinely, like Dragon and Whiskey are the kind of people that make this space, and there are things that happen in the background that people will never even hear about. And this podcast, I'm so glad that we get to highlight your guys' amazingness, because like the Baz Alcatraz, incredible. Raven, amazing. and like it's legendary shit. Like this is legendary shit. This is stuff that books will be written about. I'm telling you, because the Misfits are going to be... No, I think so, because I think the Misfits is a franchise. When it becomes a franchise, the Baz Alcatraz is going to be a part of that recollection. The Raven creation is going to be recognized. I'm just saying. Amazing people.
We lucked out on multiple levels with lots of things. So I just have to say quickly that me and meetings don't go well together. So I think it was... Okay, so Thursday, I had a time slot blocked off to have a meeting that I was joining Alex on. I couldn't get on to the meeting. I'm like, couldn't get on. So the meeting had already started. And I'm like, well, shit. So I sent Alex a message after it was over and basically was like, I am so sorry. I could not get on for some reason. Don't be mad. And if Tom's mad at me, like, have my back. Like, that was the message I sent to Alex. I shit you not. He texts me. He's like, the meeting's tomorrow. I'm like, of course it is. So I had the date wrong, the time right. He's like, you're 24 hours early. He was cracking up. He thought it was hilarious. He's like, I haven't even thought about it. And I'm like, So then the next day, Alex sends me a text. And it says, I forget what text he sent, but then immediately he's like, oh, FYI, the meeting's in 2 minutes. And I'm like, of course you would remind me like 2 minutes before the meeting starts. So then fast forward today, and I had a meeting with Neil scheduled, and I messaged him this morning. I'm like, okay, I need to run an errand. I need to get some coffee, and then as soon as I get home, I'm free. He's like, okay, great. So fast forward to like 1 o'clock, maybe,
no,
and
you
he
skipped a step.
Okay, I
This is
don't know what
important.
that step is. Okay,
So you texted me, you go, I'm about to get my coffee. I'm going to be home at 11:30 my time. And I
okay,
said,
yes.
sounds awesome.
Right. That's fair. So yes, that happened. So that happens. I get home and I'm like waiting, like still trying to work, but waiting for his call. And I'm like, man, this is like waiting on Tom and Alex to get back with me on a text message. Like it's just getting painful. So they don't listen to this anyways. So I don't remember what I was trying to say. So it gets to be like 1 o'clock. Stop. I can't do this with you guys watching me as I'm trying to talk. It gets to be like 1 o'clock. Neil texts me and says, were you supposed to call me or was I supposed to call you? And I'm like, I thought you were calling me. Like we thought each other was going to call each other and we both have been waiting for the other person to call for like
She gave
2
me
hours.
a time.
Then I said I would be
me...
home.
And I said, sounds awesome. I should have said, I'll look forward to it, but I didn't. I just said, sounds awesome.
So the moral of the story is, if I am required to be on a meeting, 99% of the time I will screw it up. I attended both meetings and didn't mess it up, but the exhaustion of just trying to get the time and date right was like, just need to put that. So before our guest comes, can we talk about the radio channel and our new like Misfit Radio nights that has been like bomb. Shout out to Snow, by the way.
You have to give Snow his flowers. By the way, I hate that statement, and I don't care who knows it. I hate that I said it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's a thing, especially. Never mind. We're just gonna move on. Snow's awesome. He found it. And this bot's been in there for before I was even in the server.
Since I was in there.
But what a revelation!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Discord's amazing for a lot of reasons. We regaled you with many examples, and here's just the newest evolution of Discord amazingness. You can literally put a bot in your server and hit /play and put whatever song and artist you want in, and it'll play the song. Mm-hmm. So we have been just jamming for the last week. It has been incredible. It's been so awesome. Dragon has good taste.
People have good taste.
This was also fun to realize because I get a lot of shit in this world.
You do have really good music. Like you are a really good DJ.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun to see like the whole community come together for something so simple, like just staying in the music chat or the music channel and everyone just playing their favorite songs. And now it's gonna be a weekly thing. Like there was gift contests going on, and
yeah, it felt like we were really at the bar. Because I think the hardest part about the space is we don't get to spend time together in real life. You know, we can't go buy each other around. We can't hold cards and play poker. As much as I may want to look in Drill's cold dead eyes and play poker with him.
I don't think I'd want to play poker with some people in person. Like Chris, I jack him up on like Discord. It's so funny to hear him be like, damn it, Whiskey. Like he gets so like annoyed. But I think in real life I'd be like a little nervous to try to play Chris.
Yeah, either way, you know, it just like music, despite all the hard moments despite all of the walls we build, the issues that we run into, the problems we have, It was just super fun. We were all just in there. You organized a whole night of it. We did GIF contests and to explain the song, and we played every imaginable genre. It's just
I was
amazing.
dancing the whole time with my daughters. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Got a workout.
You're
It was a
also
lot of
putting
fun.
inappropriate things on the screen and getting in trouble with my wife.
It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. And I have to give like shout out to Alyssa for coming in with the idea. So I wanted to make that a weekly thing. I can't guarantee that I'll do giveaway every single time, but it's fun to just like hang out and like do whatever. But this week it's gonna be on Friday. I feel like it's a good wind down. Like it doesn't matter if everybody's up late drinking and just like really cutting loose because it's the end of the work week. But she came in later and was like, I think we should do a theme night so that we're all on the same
that's
page
good.
with like music. I'm like, I love it. And I had been working on the schedule that I was gonna put out the next morning, and so I ended up adding in. I told her, I'm like, well, you pick what you want the first theme to be since it was your idea. And so she did 90s. So we're gonna do a 90s theme this Friday. So that'll be fun. I like the theme idea.
That's awesome. Well, we have to move on to our guests before there's too much time.
Oh, quickly, can I bring up something that I need to discuss for like my mental state? What's the thought process between tagless shirts but have the tags on the inside, on your side? You know how like shirts have tagless behind your neck, but then on the inside, on the side of the shirt, there's always little tags that are on the. What's the thought process there?
That's only on women's clothes.
Guys don't have that?
No.
Okay, well, it's still a dilemma. I mean, you get my dilemma, right? You buy a tagless shirt, but you still have tags on the inside of your shirt on the side that you have to rip off because they start rubbing against your skin. Isn't that like counterproductive?
Well, I don't think it would bother you on the side.
Dragon, I want you to go try on one of your wife's shirts right now and tell me that does not annoy you completely.
I'll just ask Chris.
He's had plenty of opportunity. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to get our guest in here. And we will
Let's go
continue
get
to
her.
add to this.
I need to yell at her.
Okay, let's do
For
it.
this morning. Here we have Holly. And
HollyGirl.
she's from the Crypto Bros podcast.
Yes.
And so I just want to start it off first. I need to address the elephant in the room. What happened this morning?
Oh my gosh, of course we had to go there first.
This is necessary.
Oh my god. You guys, it did no update on my computer. And I even refreshed it because I think it was Caleb messed it up last time because it didn't refresh. And so I even refreshed it. I was like, okay, this is the one. And then when it like sent me the no, you're wrong, it finally everything refreshed. That was terrible.
So
Holly.
Neil sent me a message. He said, don't look. And then I went straight to the counting game, and I see that Holly messed it up.
We know when somebody says don't look, we already know. Or somebody comes in and says, I'm sorry. We're like, oh my God. But here's the part that killed me. Sometimes people mess up because of one number or whatever. Not Holly. Holly said, hold my beer. So the last one that was put in was by me at like midnight, and it was 14:47. Holly says, girl, you're wrong. It's 14:11. And then it says Holly ruined it at 14:47. Like, she wasn't even a number or two off. She just like went completely backwards.
That computer must be like Neil's computer.
I guess so. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, oh crap. Right when I saw it, the first reaction I have is, where's the edit button, right? So I'm like, it doesn't work. Yeah.
And that's
That
what you
was
did
bad.
the first time you got it wrong. This isn't the first time, by the way. This
Right?
is
That's why, like, that's the first thing that entered my head. I'm like, wait, I already did that the first time and it didn't work. So let's just go with it.
but you know,
Blames
you know what,
Neil both times.
You know what I love? Yeah, okay, first of all, let's talk about that too. But what I love about this is I've had similar things happen to me. Just to be fair to you, Holly, it's happened to me. What happened to you today has happened to me before. It's not fun. And I've messed up the counting channel a couple of times, and it's not a fun experience. But I love that I haven't done it in like a long time. And you've done it twice since. And so now you are me, and you now get to hold the mantle of messing up. And by the way, we were like you said the numbers. Those are our all-time records, and you just
Yeah.
Lay it on, Neil. She doesn't feel bad enough. Just
Killed
lay
it.
it on thicker.
Like a wrecking ball. Like, I have not done it in a while, and when I talked to Whiskey this morning, I was like, let me go check on the counting game. Yeah. Well, let me run the counting game. Here I come.
What happened? Like it gave you the wrong number and you just typed the
Yes.
number?
Sometimes it doesn't update.
I saw Neil said it was at 1410. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put 1411. But then I was like, no, I need to refresh it because it happened to Caleb where like there was a bunch of, it didn't refresh for him. So I refreshed it and it still said 1410. And so I was confident and I put it in there happy. And then I got the red X and I was like, oh shit. Shit.
Did all the right numbers pop up right after?
Oh yeah, they certainly did. I certainly saw them. So yeah.
It's happened to me before. You guys don't believe me because I don't know why, but you believe Holly. But I love that both times you've messed it up, Holly, you've blamed me. As if I had anything to do. I wasn't even in the counting channel.
To be fair,
No.
you were in county jail? Oh, wow. Okay, so to be fair, the first time you were distracting me. You were talking to me, and I'm over here trying to think of what, and yeah. So
what the
the first time was your fault. The second time, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we blame Neil for everything too.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so my first question for you. Oh, you know what? Why don't you ask the first question, Whiskey? No, yeah, you ask the first question.
This is how organized we are on the week listen all the time. They already know it's just organized chaos.
Yeah.
That's what makes me love your guys' podcast the most though, is because I am organized chaos. I'm just chaos and all over the place. I don't even know if it's organized. So my favorite thing about this, yes, I don't like structure in a lot of things. So I like that you guys are just all over the place like me.
So just a brief, who's Holly? Just for the listeners that maybe don't know. I mean, everybody knows Holly, but just to kind of introduce yourself.
Like the Holly on Twitter is the positive Holly, the one that's trying, hardest just to like get people through day by day. Just, with kind words and just being nice. Crazy Holly is I like to go and meet anybody and everybody I possibly can, whether it's within, the Safe Moon Army or just crypto as a whole. I enjoy meeting people with all my heart. It's like my favorite thing. However, I do know there's a little bit of danger that comes along with it. So, but I think that's why it makes me a little bit crazier than most. And then you just have, the working Holly, the one that loves math, loves numbers, and loves conversation.
Wait, what?
I can't take that seriously, given what happened this morning. I mean, the fact that she just did. Anyone else catch this? The fact that she just said, "I love math," but
And
let me
numbers.
screw up your counting channel so bad.
The worst part is I seriously I am an analyst. I do it for fun just through crypto. And then there's, the counting game. I can't even count, up to 14. What was it? 1448. I got to 1411. That's as high as I go, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
So terrible.
Holly is definitely a presence, in the space. Someone I've known from the moment I downloaded Twitter, which I apparently had to re-sign in. From the moment I've re-downloaded Twitter, there was Holly. Because I went in for Safe Moon originally, right? That was my first foray into DeFi, and Holly was there. I think a lot of people in the space that have been around as long as I have, which isn't as long as some, but is longer than a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
you know, they all just want to know what your problem is with The Office. It's just
Like, I think to go this way.
it's just the rudest thing about you.
Oh, man, I
Oh
know.
my god.
I'm sorry, you guys.
No.
I don't like it. I tried, like, I kid you not, after the Crypto Bros and HollyGirl podcast, when I, confessed that I didn't like The Office, I tried to watch some again, and I just don't find it humorous. I find it uncomfortable,
But
Wait.
and I
Holly,
don't like to be uncomfortable.
you're
No,
talking
she's
about
probably
my.
watching. She's probably watching the UK version. Are you watching
Wait,
the
is
right?
there a separate one?
Yeah,
There's a UK version, and then
No,
there's
there's not.
there is.
Oh,
That's the
no.
original. Well, Holly, you need to understand something. These are my best friends. That you're Holly,
Oh,
Creed,
no.
Michael, Stanley, Meredith, Toby. Like they're my best friends on this planet.
Sorry, I just. It's so strange because I
seriously-
just love you, Neil, and but thank goodness you're nothing like those characters. Yeah.
that was a stab in the heart.
No, I'm so sorry. I mean,
First, you come in and
I
ruin
like
our
you.
counting channel. Now you're insulting the best.
Neil's face. He's like, why am I here?
I just don't think you get it yet. I think you can get it. I don't think you're beyond hope, Holly.
so you want me to
Have
keep
improvements.
trying? Is
Yeah.
there an episode in
try hard
particular
enough-
that
okay,
will
I'm
be
done.
like,
I'm done.
okay,
Okay, yes. If you're gonna, let me just recommend, if you're gonna give
Okay.
The Office like another shot, you have
Mhm.
to watch the stress relief episodes.
Yes.
The one that starts off with a fire drill and then Stanley. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. That one is the one that you have to watch.
Stress
If you
relief.
don't cry laughing, I will unfollow your ass on Twitter so fast because that is like the best
Like,
episode.
there's one the way got it. Vibing and then laughter. Okay, I can try. No, wait, so what episode is this? Is there like a specific number, like, or is
can
it
give it to you.
labeled?
It's stress relief. That's the
okay.
name of the episode. Is
Yeah,
That's
Neil
the
probably
level. I
has
will-
this memorized.
it's season
I think
5.
it's like season 2. Oh,
Season-
5 thing.
Season 5, episode 14 and
Okay,
Is that
I'm
what-
gonna watch
is-
those tonight, and I will report back to you guys.
Does
You know,
that
if you
have
laugh.
the CPR?
Yes,
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the best
the
one.
best episodes. If you don't laugh at least during those episodes, like you're not human.
Oh no, the pressure you guys are putting on me.
So the
Okay,
the real question, that was just to set you up, but the real question is,
Mhm.
you know,
oh, okay.
I've been through plenty in this space since I've joined. I got involved in some teams. I did different things, and I have taken it on the nose. I've gotten bloody. I've made the wrong choices, and and all three of us, I think, to some level, are sassy because of it. You know what I mean? Like we will just put it right back at you, you know, in the best way possible. But you have somehow made yourself, and your
Mhm.
positiveness. In fact, you have an entire segment on Crypto Bros, which we love your podcast,
Yes.
about how positivity. And I'm just wanting to know, like, it's kind of a multifaceted questions, and go where you want. But one, you know, how have you maintained it? And two, if you want to, have you ever like not wanted to do that? Have you ever wanted to just unleash?
I have before. Yes. I know, like, it always seems like I'm just so positive. The reason for that is because if I keep that positive mindset, I'm hoping that it may rub off on the other person that's, attacking me or wanting to get under my skin. And I actually, like, as much as I want to say, I'm just that nice, I'm kind of evil a little bit, because I love the fact that kill 'em with kindness is a thing. Like, it's
Oh, I
a
get
real
that.
thing that people hate with all their hearts.
I
And
get that.
so I know that I'm not going to let you get under my skin, but my positivity will get under yours. And so,
Dang.
like, in a weird, twisted way, I find satisfaction of getting under people's skin, by being nice or being positive about things. I always say I'm annoyingly positive, but that is just who I am. And I'm okay with that. Like, I know that I'm annoying as hell, because sometimes when, people are like either super positive or super negative, they're just as annoying to me. But I kind of just am like, this is who I am. And I tried, like, once upon a time, I wasn't, the nicest. And I just realized that that's not like the direction of my life I wanted to go. I mean, because it really does change your outlook on everything when you just change your attitude, or just a little bit. It actually changes everything.
So I love
And so
that.
I just kind of,
I love you
yeah.
just went up.
Mm.
I've always been a big fan of Holly.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of you. For longer than Crypto Bros, the OG days of April of last year, right?
Yeah.
Big fan, always have been. But like that is like, I don't want to reveal too, but my respect for you just went up a ton, and I love it.
Wow. Well,
That's
yeah.
a good answer.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah, one of my friends, he's on a different side of the fence when it comes to Safe Moon. And I mean, I'm okay with that too, but he's like, gosh, you're so annoying. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of am. I'm sorry. What can you do? But yeah, that's me.
So, what is your favorite thing about doing a podcast with Crypto Bros?
Oh my gosh, the guys. Story. I was actually telling one of, a group of friends, I would love to do a podcast just once. I just want to see what it's like. And literally 2 days later, they reached out to me and was like, would you want to? And I think they were expecting me to say no, but they didn't know that I literally was just talking about, I just want to try it out. So after we did it the first time, in all honesty, I fell in love with the three guys. They make me laugh uncontrollably sometimes. I mean, and just, if you ever listen to, really pay attention to Caleb. He's like super quiet, but he says those little zingers out
Yeah.
of nowhere. Sometimes I don't think a lot of people catch like the things he says, but he's funny. He's so funny. And Gentle Giant is, when I got to meet him in person, that is a thing. Like, he is the nicest guy, but he is a giant. So he's funny.
Yeah.
And then you have Greg, that Greg is, I feel like, the goofy one. He's He's just like, I like to give him the hardest time because he's so nice, but he'll push back. And you'll see, like, in some of our podcasts where me and him are going back and forth, and Josh is just like the serious one talking, but me and him are like pointing at each other, making faces, and we do that a lot. And then you have Josh, and he is like my older brother. I know that he will take care of me for any reason. I mean, even if it's my fault, I know Josh is going to have my back. And all I have to really do is say the word, right? Like, there's been so many times I'm like, no, don't say anything. I got this. I'll handle it. Cause he's like, just give me the word and I'll say something. I'm like, nope, don't say that. But Josh, yeah, he just is the more, I want to say, like, the responsible, keeps us on track kind of dude. And then Greg's the goofy one, and Caleb's the quiet, funny one. So, I mean, when it comes to the podcast, to stay with it the way I did, the way I have been, is because of those guys. And that's the honest truth. And
Love that.
it's fun. I mean, and we just get to have conversation. That's always fun.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with us. Neil's
Yeah.
the serious one that tries to keep everyone in line.
He fails a
Wait.
lot. I mean, how many times is it like he gets so annoyed because Dragon and I are like, wait, what's going on? And Neil's like, we'll come back to this. Just never mind.
I'm still like scarred from our first episode when he yelled at us.
I know. Like,
Holly,
everyone's like,
I
oh,
think-
Neil's the greatest. Listen.
Holly, I don't know if you remembered when I did Breaking the Ice in DeFi. If you didn't, that's fine. I kind of did an interview show back in the day, and that was much more serious. I feel like people like that. I had Shane and Brian, and I had a number of other Safe Moon partners on. I think I saw you in there a couple times, and I think I left cryptocurrency in the space in a lot of ways, and moved pretty firmly into NFTs.
Yeah.
And as a result, I think I kind of like people have gotten to know me outside of kind of the professional pocket that I was in before. And now I think people kind of don't know that I'm actually an adult. They just think I'm a mess because of this podcast in a lot of ways. But honestly, like these two, especially Dragon, he is fundamental to this podcast. It would not be what it is today without him. But I just want to.
We wouldn't be getting episodes out if it weren't for that. But it is like it's really cool to hear Holly's perspective, because we did have the Crypto Bros on a few weeks ago, and we got to talk to them and hear their perspective of working with you and how much they love you and stuff, and how much they would have your back. And that is something that like the bros are all three of them are very.
Yeah.
They just like it's not uncommon for me to get a message from one of them after like a day that they witnessed and be like super supportive, like, I'm sorry that you had to have that happen, like always having someone's back no matter what. And that's the same.
They got
with,
mad
like,
at us
Villain
for
Dragon.
changing your name, and you the one that did it.
Oh, did they? Wait, what?
Yeah, Josh yelled at us today in Discord.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Because I told him
Yeah,
that we changed your
I
name
got
to New
scared.
Neil. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's your
That's funny.
fault.
Oh
and
my
we
God.
got in trouble.
That's hilarious.
How? I don't even know how to change my name.
I didn't change it. Neil, it's Neil. Look at his face.
Wait, so isn't Greg? Greg is something. Fake Neil. Isn't Greg fake Neil?
Apparently,
In
I'm fake Greg.
Discord, he is fake. Yeah, fake Neil and fake
Yeah.
Greg.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys are funny. Your guys, seriously, the only reason I go into Discord is for all of you guys. I hate it with all my heart. I mean, obviously, like you guys changed my name and I had no idea you were even talking about me. So I was like, new Neil, we're ready for you or something. I'm like, oh, okay, Neil, it's Neil's turn. And I don't even know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. I was like, that's how when they're ready. And then I actually finally clicked on the @new Neil and I saw my picture come up and I'm like, oh, they changed my name. Oh yeah. That happened this morning. That was wonderful.
I mean,
Skip
you
the
earned
one
it.
question that's about The Office, because we've kind of already beaten Office. But so if you've listened to one of our recent episodes, we really dove into some like secrets of the guys. I'm actually really proud of myself because there's really not much dirt on me out in these episodes. Really not a lot of stuff, but there's a lot on Dragon and Neil. So we've established that Dragon is a believer. He loves his Justin. Who are your favorite musicians?
I love that. Oh gosh. You guys, I am an old soul. Before I did this, I have a whole playlist of the Beatles. They're like everything to me. I love the Beatles. But I also like Etta James music or Sam Cooke music. Oh my gosh. Though like you'll rarely hear me with the new stuff, or like see me listening to new stuff. But I guess like I really like The Weeknd. I want to go to his concert because I feel like he would be amazing in concert.
Yeah.
And then if I want to get a little like, I don't know, I mean Nicki Minaj is fun to listen to, just because it's like the raunchier music that you can kind of like shake your butt to. I don't know. But yeah,
Throw down some Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B's
Megan Thee
another one. I mean,
Stallion.
yeah, I just really love music, but if I had like a choice all the time, it would be the older, 60s, 70s, 80s kind of stuff.
Unless Holly wants to shake Nicki Minaj.
And then, but honestly, like you have like the older, I would say like early 2000 music, that's fun, shake your butt music.
Oh, yeah.
So
we've been playing it.
Yeah.
We've been having like radio nights in Discord. And we've been playing some of that early 2000s.
So we have questions from the listeners.
Ooh. Oh gosh.
And the first question is, what did frogs ever do to you?
I saw that one. Oh, you guys, I hate frogs. I hate the way they look. I don't like the fact that like you don't know what they're thinking, if they're going to jump on you, if they're going to turn around. You just don't know. And from previous experience, they do not taste great at all. And they do not taste like chicken. So I
tell you that tastes like chicken?
Stupid phobia. Huh?
Someone told you that they taste
frog
like
legs
chicken?
kind of taste like chicken.
Everybody. Like literally everybody that said, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. It tastes like chicken." Like everybody I talked to, it does not. It does not.
Was it even like seasoned? Like just gave it to you? Like
no. So it was like breaded. They had it.
Ew.
Yeah, it was like pre-made, and it was from like a store or a restaurant that cooks them. So yeah, I put it in my mouth and I chewed and chewed and chewed for what felt like forever. But I could not physically swallow it. Like it's like my brain was like, no, that's not going to work. You're not going to swallow it. I had to spit it because I knew if I swallowed it, it was coming right back up. And I was like, not today. Not today.
I was picturing the bros like in the backyard trying to catch the frogs and cooking them. Like,
oh Lord.
I don't know why.
That's what she said.
That too, to be
I knew that's why you left when she was talking about putting it in her mouth. Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Okay.
God.
Another really important question. Another really important question that the community really needs to know, and it really hit me and struck my heart. And I was like, yeah, that's so cool. I'm glad they asked. But why is Josh your favorite bro?
Josh was my favorite bro. I don't have a favorite. They're all equally my favorite because they're all different. They all have their quirks. Who said? Oh, I did see Josh. Josh actually is the one that posed that question, didn't he?
That was really well done by him.
I really like messing with you, Holly. It's my favorite.
So, the one question says, "Ask Tequila Holly," which she sounds fun. I want to party with her.
Have she been drinking? Holly, have you had a shot yet?
No.
That kind of goes against our rules. Like we kind of require everybody to.
Kinda. We've been drinking this whole time.
Well, shit. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Is she in her bed? We get Holly in bed. Be jealous, world. I don't have any alcohol. I ran out.
I know. I poured myself 2 thinking it would last me, and it's all gone.
Went through them.
And when I say 2, I mean more like 5, because, no problem.
I even forgot my kombucha.
So I only have vodka. Is that okay? Because I don't have whiskey.
We've been drinking tequila and gin and Fireball.
We throw down anything.
All right,
chocolate milk.
I love that she brought her bottle to bed.
We really do filter out the crazy and bring. That's what we do. Holly, that's our
Okay,
mission
I
statement.
have it in my. All right,
Oop.
cheers. I don't know if I could do this. I haven't had a shot of vodka, and Lord have.
You
Okay.
can do it.
There- It'll be good for the next
there
your
she
next
goes.
meeting. Get it? Yes.
Yes.
Holly
Oh, her face. She wasn't
is-
happy about that one.
No offense to Chris or Tom. Holly's my new favorite.
Look at her. She's like, why did I do that?
Yep.
Oh,
Team
yeah,
Holly
wow.
all the way.
That's awesome.
Team Holly.
So
Yeah.
on the subject, another question was margarita or shot. So obviously shot's not your favorite.
No. Okay, so I am like a super shot girl, and the reason why, especially when I'm out, is because I don't want to carry my drink around. I know that sounds weird, but I just am one to like take it back and, go about my business without having to carry my drink because I tend to put it down all the time, and that's dangerous. So
Makes
I am a
sense.
shot
Yeah.
girl, but if I'm like chilling, I'm definitely a margarita girl.
Mm-hmm. Holly,
What?
is it okay if we label this episode? That's what she said. I feel like it just.
We can't do that. We already did that with the bros.
Okay.
Damn it.
Fun fact is I set myself up all the time for that, all the time. And I don't get it until somebody points it out, and I feel like they always point it out with me. So yeah.
No, it's okay. You know what?
Yeah, I have a problem.
I love this like partnership that's not partnership, that's the wrong word. And in case anyone's listening in cryptocurrency world, I don't mean what you, but I love this friendship that we have, and I really hope we get to.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's my favorite. I love that. Well, because there's nothing wrong. Look how many podcasts are out there, right? So we're not competing with you guys. We're joining you guys. Like, there's no competing necessary. I feel like.
Yeah.
And so the fact that like you guys get to share kind of the same experience as us, and like what we go through, and we know what you go through with it. It's just kind of like that's fun. So
Yeah, totally.
Well, and I think that's cool is the support that's shown. Because you're right. It's not a
Yeah.
competition. It's not who's better, who has more views, who gets more, attention. That's not why any of us do it. But the support, like genuine support that is shown, is just been amazing. It has not gone unnoticed. Like me and the guys talk about it all the time. It's just so awesome to see that because competition is real, and it is probably one of the most unattractive things I find in people is the like super competitiveness. It's just there's so much more than just winning or being the best or whatever, and I just love that all four of you on your podcast are just down to earth and do it for the same reasons we do. I mean, we're
guys are
kind of a
awesome.
hot mess. You guys probably add way more value to the space, but
And I will say this.
but it's fun.
Yeah.
I was just gonna also mention, like, because we got to tell the guys this, but congratulations, you guys have been killing it. I mean,
Yeah. What are you at subscription? How many subscribers now?
I was looking at the last episode, and I watched it 24 hours later, and there was like over 200. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean the support has been super amazing. Let's see. The last time I checked was this morning, and I think we were like 90 away from 8,000 subscribers. Which is,
Whoa.
what the heck? Like, why? Yeah, I mean, not why, but why? It's really like, I don't know. It's just very humbling that, we do have the support. Like, all we really need now is the views. And what I mean, like the hours, I guess, because you have we do want to monetize our channel. And the reason we want to do that is so that we can give whatever we make off of this back to the communities. And have giveaways, or, when a guest comes on, say, the Grove community, we'll do a giveaway for them just based off the guest or whatever we can possibly do. Is like to give back is our number one goal. We don't want to keep any of it. Any of it. Like I've never been one to get paid to use my voice. I won't do it because I feel like that will take the genuine side away. And so it's awesome to be able to say, no, I just do this because it's fun for me. Like I don't, that's literally all I want to do it for is I look forward to our Fridays every week now because it's podcast day and we have so much fun. And I mean, honestly, that's why we do it is for the fun. So people can laugh with us and at us. We're okay with it because
Right.
that's what makes us us.
Yeah. No, we love it. I mean, we're some of your top fans. All three of us talk about your podcast every week. We love interacting with you and the guys in our disc. It's been a blast. But I think we have ran out our time. I know that you have a meeting to get to.
I do.
So I think we're gonna end it there. But we do appreciate you so much being on. This has
Thank you.
been
Thank
fun.
you.
Hopefully we can
You
get you
guys-
to come on again.
Yeah, of course. I was looking forward to today, and then all of a sudden I had like a last minute meeting this morning at 2:00, and I was like, dang it. What the heck? I wanted to be able to just hang out with you guys for as long as we could. But thank you so much for having me on. And you know what we need to do is have you three and us four all on one big
Yes.
podcast. I think that would be chaos
Ooh.
and a lot of fun.
2-hour
Yes.
2-hour episode of just all of us
Mhm.
together drinking would be. We'll
Yeah.
definitely schedule that. That would be fun.
I want to
Yeah,
do the
we-
tortilla challenge.
You want to
that'd
do
be fun.
Yeah.
Well,
We have to
there
do
was
an
a
IRL
question.
podcast.
Yeah.
We need to. There was a question from Blair that I saw: one chip challenge or frog legs? And you guys, the answer to that is the one chip challenge. I would be willing to do that again over frog legs any day.
Wow.
So, mhm.
So I'm going to do a really quick shameless plug. We have a one shot out for our manga that is the first chapter for Misfits. We have been trying so hard to bust up those numbers and get higher views and comments. So I've been doing some giveaways to kind of bust that out and just really make some noise on that. I am going to tweet it out on our Chaotic Exposure Discord, but I'm doing a giveaway of a Misfit for when we get to, I forget the amount of views and comments, but just for anyone that wants in on that, all you have to do is go read it and comment. And if you comment on the one shot that's linked, you get entered to win a Misfit. Easy peasy,
Oh, nice.
helps us out. Just a shameless plug
I want a
So-
Baz.
for his prison. All right. So still don't know what episode this is after all this time, but we appreciate you being with us for another episode of Chaotic Exposure. And with that being said, Holly, send nudes.